Heidi, tell us more about the negotiations and the expectations there.
So, Jane, what we understand is that unions met with the airline yesterday, and that's when they decided to bring in the CCMA for mediation on these wage negotiations. And this basically happened after it appears as though the airline with the unions met the day before yesterday until midnight, where the airline apparently offered 6.5% and at the 11th hour withdrew that offer and went back to the 5.9% wage offer. Of course, this really frustrating the union, basically saying that they were willing to accept the 6.5% that was put on the table, and that's when they decided to intensify the strike yesterday, but also bringing in the CCMA. We understand that talks went on till very late last night, where the CCMA was trying to mediate between the airline and the unions. We understand that talks are going to continue at about 10 o'clock today, and perhaps to try and come to some kind of agreement. This is the 7th day the strike has been going on, costing the airline millions, and also the workers, because this is, the fact that they're on strike means that they are not getting paid for the days that they haven't been at work. It's the 7th day that this strike has been going on. So, of course, the airline wants this to end, but workers have also expressed to us time and time again that as much as they want, that 8%, they do want the strike to come to an end. They want to go back to work, but they are not backing down on their demands.
And Heidi, more planes will be flying today.
Yes, so we do understand that there are going to be domestic flights back in the air. That's Joburg to Cape Town and Joburg to Durban. We also understand that there will be a flight going back to Harare, Victoria Falls specifically. So the airline is really trying to get as many planes back into the air after they cancelled flights last week, Friday and Saturday, internationally, regionally and domestically. So we understand that all international flights are back in the air. About 6 or 7 regional flights are back, and now they're trying to get those domestic flights back as well. Of course, they're bringing in partner airlines to assist with the domestic flights, because majority of the workers that are striking have heavily impacted those domestic flights. So the airline has indicated that many people have opted to go back to work, and this is why they are able to get many flights back in the air.
And remind us what Pravin Gordhan said about salaries.
So Minister Pravin Gordhan, Public Enterprises Minister, reiterated the fact that the airline does not have money. Yesterday he was briefing Parliament specifically on Eskom, but he did touch on another troubled airline, state-owned entity, which is SAA, basically saying that as much as we're struggling with wage negotiations and are unable to offer 8% to workers, there might be a possibility that they won't be able to pay salaries at the end of the month, which is a very, very big concern. The airline has expressed time and time again they do not have money. They're constantly relying on bailouts from government fiscus, and Public Enterprise Minister saying we don't have money to support the airline anymore. And as much as the unions want 8%, now there's a possibility we won't even be able to pay salaries at the end of the month. So it's a really worrying picture, and hopefully there can be some kind of resolution by the end of today, with the CCMA being brought in to discuss those wage negotiations.
All right, Heidi, thank you.